Topping our news this half hour, a group of Detroiters living on the east side voicing concerns trying to stop a concrete mixing plant from expanding in their neighborhood. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Simon Shaquette.
And I'm Carolyn Clifford. The residents telling us the noise and dust has created awful living conditions for them. Some of those neighbors taking their frustrations to a Detroit City Council meeting this week. 7 News Detroit reporter Tiara Braddock is speaking to citizens, an environmental advocate and a city council member about worries over the Kronos concrete site in the area of McNichols and Conant.
Residents who live in Detroit's Cadillac Heights neighborhood are urging city officials to do something about the concrete mixing plant that sits right next to their neighborhood.
The quality of life in this neighborhood has plummeted since this is open.
Matthew Tomas lives across the street from the concrete mixing plant, which sits on East McNichols near Conant. He says the trucks from the plant are noisy and the plant produces a lot of dust.
When the dust picks up, it coats everything with dust. So I haven't been able to open my windows because of this. I won't have my kid outside at all. Also, I can't have any friends over, can't do anything, no barbecues, no eating on the front porch anymore.
Residents who live in the area have voiced their concerns about the concrete plant since it opened a few years ago. Tomas and other residents recently spoke out at a Detroit City Council meeting on Tuesday as there is talk of expanding the concrete plant.
We're here today to ask you to shut it down.
Reverend Sharon Buttry was at the meeting. She is with the Detroit Hamtramck Coalition for Advancing Healthy Environments.
We got involved here as some of the neighbors came to our coalition and said, we need help organizing, we need help putting pressure on the city to shut this place down. We've made complaints. We've complained about the dust, the noise, and nothing has happened.
Detroit City Councilman Scott Benson says his team has been working on an ordinance that would get rid of industrial zones near residential areas.
So we're looking at how we can best implement public health and safety for our residents within our neighborhoods that are historic, but unfortunately, planning from 50, 60 years ago had this as an area where heavy industrial directly abutted residential.
Benson says the concrete plant has a right to operate in the area, but his proposed ordinance could impact the plant from expanding further into the neighborhood. The plant is ran by Crown Enterprises, which is owned by the Maroon family. We reached out to Crown Enterprises, but haven't heard back yet. Meanwhile, for Matthew Tomas, he says he and his family may leave their home if something isn't done about the plant.
What they're doing here is they're creating blight in what should be a neighborhood, that's up and coming.
On the city's east side, Tiara Braddock, 7 News Detroit.
All right. Thank you so much, Tiara.